Ladies and gentlemen, it is once again that time to dive into some story, but this time, once again, not the story of Call of Duty, but rather the story of some Call of Duty professional teams. What we are doing here is building up to CDL champs. We are diving in and taking a look at some of the best players in the world, and specifically the best teams going into CDL champs. Last week, we dove in and talked about Dallas Empire. This week, we are going back to my home and native land. If you didn't know, I'm from Canada. And we are looking at the only CDL team from Canada, and that is of course Toronto Ultra. Through this video, we are going to look at their entire story this year, going through all of the majors, where they started and where they got to, and I have to say it's one of the greatest comeback stories of all time, starting right from the very beginning. Now, of course, if you want to check out any of the CDL action, it is the first link down in the description. It'll take you to the CDL YouTube channel. That is where you can watch all of the games, and of course CDL champs as well. So be sure to check out those links. So without further ado, let's start at the very beginning, and ladies and gentlemen, this is the full story of Toronto Ultra. So as we discussed last week, going into Black Ops Cold War, the CDL went to 4-man teams. And with this, the roster of Toronto Ultra included Bance, Cammy, Methods, and Kleenex. Now going into Major 1, Toronto Ultra already wasn't in a great place. They were already in the elimination bracket, and with their backs up against the wall, their first game was against the London Royals. However, they were able to pull this one out of the bag.
1v3, the site rotation may have just not worked out, and the Ultra will stay alive in the Stage 1 Major.
And making it to the third round of the elimination bracket, Toronto Ultra would be going up against the LA Thieves, and to say the least, things didn't go very well.
Gonna play this one correctly, no response for the other end. Tep is able to find a big one. Can anybody get to the hill? Cammy has to get there, and he does! Cammy with 0.8 on the clock, and Slasher is there to seal the deal. Back and forth, and a huge clutch from Slasher and Temp.
And with that, Toronto Ultra was eliminated from Major number 1. But they didn't give up there, because they had big plans for Major 2. Now going into Major 2, Toronto Ultra had done a little bit better, replacing Methods with another player named Insight. And at this point, they were in the winner's bracket and were able to take down Optic in the first round, but then got put up against the almighty Atlanta FaZe going into the second round of the winner's bracket.
Test, but that allows them to flip, and the flip doesn't even matter because you rally together inside a plane, and once down 90, it is FaZe with the victory. They take all 3 respawns.
But at this point, Toronto Ultra has had some experience in that elimination bracket, and boy, did they use it.
He falls. It's all on Adraza. Can he hold the line? The answer is no. Toronto Ultra, sheer grit and determination. It is a 3-0 in the control, a 3-0 in the series.
Man, accuracy. 5 in a row again for Cammy. The plays have been made. No game 5, no miracles, no heroics. Ultra, they put him to bed. They continue on and set up for a date with Dallas Empire. Everybody falls off a spawn. They go. Empire, they try to get in. Illy, they're all in front of you, but he cannot do it. Ultra behind the brakes. Get to a grand final.
And get to a grand final they did, but unfortunately they would have to face, once again, Atlanta FaZe, the same team to knock them out of the winner's bracket, but this time they would be a little bit more prepared.
This is it. Ultra holding it down. They've got 5 seconds for the win. Sim's going to contest. He's going to get cut to pieces. And what do you know? The greatest underdog going into the tournament. They take the best team in the league the whole way, and they get the job done. Not only do they do it at a respawn, they truly are Ultra as
So after taking down the almighty Atlanta FaZe, they moved forward into Major number 3, once again reigning supreme and getting a bye into the second round of the winner's bracket, where once again they would face off against Atlanta FaZe.
Another one falls. They all drop FaZe. The retake game too strong. They win 5 straight rounds to survive the run from Ultra. And the revenge is in. FaZe get the win.
And after this, Toronto Ultra goes back to where they were way too comfortable in Major number 2 in the elimination bracket, where they take out the LA Thieves, followed by Optic, but then in the elimination finals, they once again meet up with their rivals, Atlanta FaZe.
It could be a easy now just to take care of Bance. That is it. It is over. Atlanta FaZe have done it. That is revenge from Major 2, retribution.
And just like that, with a little bit of bad blood, Atlanta FaZe removes Toronto Ultra from Major 3. Once again, in Major 4, Toronto Ultra got another bye into the second round of the winners bracket, where they would face Dallas Empire.
Halfway there, no one's got the angle. Oh, he does get the angle. Cammy comes through. They get the kills and Ultra take it.
And in a Game 5 Round 11 victory, Toronto Ultra takes it to move on to the winners bracket final to lose to once again their rival, Atlanta FaZe. When they go back to the elimination final, they are facing off once again against Dallas Empire, trying to do the same thing they did back in Round 2.
Ultra, Cammy's gonna get caught. It's all on Insight. And he's done! Empire shows some of the greatest resilience we have ever seen in Call of Duty.
Just like that, Dallas pulls off the reverse sweep. Now going into Major 5, it's the final major of the year, the last chance for teams to get points going into champs, and Toronto Ultra had some big plans. So in the first couple rounds of Major 5 in the winners bracket, Toronto Ultra started off really strong.
John finds one, there's the trade, John can't get the second, and just like that, Ultra, the numbers play out, and they will take it. 6-3 here on stand.
I mean, Dashy's certainly a player capable of clutching, but there you go. Some shoulders thrown. You got bombed down. Dashy's got to sprint into this. Well, the Kobe from the back nine, he's able to take him down in Toronto with the most predictable map outcome that we have had this entire year.
And things were going really well until they went up against Minnesota.
Seconds. The last push down for Ultra. Priesta, they line up in front. It's Priesta goes big. Major, the one that kills feed. It's down to Cammy to make the play. He's gonna drop. They have done it. They're all on.
And just like that, Toronto Ultra was swept by Minnesota and sent to the elimination final, where they would once again go back up against Optic.
It was 247, 135, but already it's CleanX because of course it is. Walks into the hill, finds one that trades a raid, and GG run it up. Welcome to the grand finals, Toronto Ultra. Just like that.
And from here, things actually got even better for Toronto Ultra as they were up 4-0 in the grand finals up against Minnesota.
No, it's
But it
gone.
might
I
have just
can't
gone
see
out
it
the
anymore.
window. It might have just gone out the window.
Yeah, it's
Ultra
out.
break into courtyard. The glimmer is gone. The hope is shattered. The dreams of Rocker and their fans you feel slipping away.
But here's the thing, the hope wasn't gone for Minnesota because they performed one of the greatest comebacks of all time in Major 5 Grand Finals.
2v2. It's coming down to this. Attempt to hit. It's all on to CleanX to keep Ultra in it. 30 seconds on the clock and CleanX has bomb. And he clutch up in the 1 versus 2. He sees the wrap out. He's going to work the plant. Now it'll be
he's
on
gonna catch him
attack.
out.
And Priesta, they're going to catch him. He gets away for now. 50
He's got no
health.
time.
Just gets out
He's
of
got
it.
a plant.
Time is dwindling. There's the angle. CleanX wins one. Attack finishes it. It is done. The greatest comeback in the history of Call of Duty esports. It's the Minnesota Massacre.
And just like that, it wasn't Minnesota's hopes and dreams that were rocked. In fact, it was Toronto Ultras. Now, they had won one major back in Major number 2. They were hoping to capture a second in Major 5, but couldn't quite follow through. But you know, that's okay, because it wasn't the big daddy of all tournaments, CDL Champs. And going into CDL Champs, because of all of the high place finishes that Toronto Ultra had, they actually ended the entire season in 2nd place, which means, looking at the bracket, they have a bye into the 2nd round of the winners bracket final. And with being in 2nd place, they're in an interesting position, with Minnesota beating them in the finals of Major number 5, and Toronto Ultra being the only team to take down Atlanta FaZe in a grand final. They're in a very interesting spot, and they definitely have a chance of taking the entire championship down. But now's the time I want to hear what you guys have to say. Who do you think is going to win CDL Champs? Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and of course, if you want to check out all of that CDL action, click that first link down in the description. Check out the CDL YouTube page. That is where all of the action happens. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are rich. reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I want